Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so your friends see it. Thank you.
As Trump arrived for major GOP meeting, liberal protester sneaks up behind him and does unthinkable. Liberals, you can't live with them. But you can arrest them. Which is exactly what happened today as Trump headed to his big tax meeting with GOP leadership. How this guy got so close to the president is a question for the Secret Service, and we hope they get to the bottom of it. As the video clearly shows, the whack job was way too close to Trump. As Trump was walking in, a liberal protester starts shouting, "Trump is treason," before he threw a bunch of Russian flags at Trump, getting close but not hitting him. This is just dangerous and is beyond the pale for normal protests. We allow protesters and we love free speech, but you ought not be able to throw things, even a flag, at the sitting president of the United States of America. It is dangerous. What if the guy was not a peaceful protester? The protester kept shouting, as he was dragged away by the cops, "Why are you talking about tax cuts when you should be talking about treason?" He was probably in the wrong meeting. Russian shady dealings are a Hillary and Bill Clinton thing, and they were probably up on the Hill somewhere. According to The Hill, the man has been identified as Ryan Clayton of Americans Take Action. This is not his first offense either. Earlier he pulled a stunt on Jared Kushner where he snuck up on him, asked him to sign a Russian flag. How does this guy get so close to key government officials? Trey Gowdy strikes fear in Hillary's heart, confirms worst nightmare is new reality. Trey Gowdy just got back in the game, and it sure feels good to see Trey hunting down the truth, past the Clintons' lies and obstruction, like he did in the Benghazi hearings, must strike fear in the heart of Hillary Clinton. She's probably more annoyed than terrified because the Clintons have been getting away with stuff no one else could for years. But as the dust settles after the media comes to her defense and she throws out a few shocked comments to disparage Trey, Hillary will realize that this time it may be for keeps. According to a new report from the Daily Caller, House Judiciary Committee Chairman Bob Corker and House Oversight and Government Reform Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy joined up to form a joint investigation into the FBI's botched 2016 Clinton email investigation. Two GOP members with powerful committees joining forces to bring Hillary, and just maybe James Comey and Loretta Lynch and the whole gang to justice is welcome surprise. Trey will go where the evidence takes him, so let's not get ahead of ourselves, but it doesn't look good. The Republican congressman said they must take this action as there are a host of outstanding questions regarding how the Department of Justice, DOJ, and FBI handled the Hillary case. Gowdy and Goodlatte released a joint statement that read, "Our justice system is represented by a blindfolded woman holding a set of scales. Those scales did not tip to the right or the left, they do not recognize wealth, power, or social status," Goodlatte and Gowdy said in a statement Tuesday. "The impartiality of our justice system is the bedrock of our republic, and our fellow citizens must have confidence in its objectivity, independence, and even-handedness. The law is the most equalizing force in this country. No entity or individual is exempt from oversight." The committees will review these decisions and others to better understand the reasoning behind how certain conclusions were drawn. Congress has a constitutional duty to preserve the integrity of our justice system by ensuring transparency and accountability of actions taken. Correct. And Hillary, you have the right to remain. The media doesn't want people to see secret thing Trump wrote to the family of slain soldier. The president sent a Gold Star family a personal $25,000 check from himself on Monday after fulfilling a promise that he made months ago. The check was dated on October 18, 2017, and suggests that the order was put in before liberal Congresswoman Frederica Wilson ruthlessly went after the president. That's the check above, and it shows that Trump loves our troops and follows through on his promises despite what the media is telling everyone. Remember this amazing moment below? It's only right that he followed through in helping out Chris Baldridge and his wife, Jessie, after their son Sergeant Dylan Baldridge when they were attacked back in June. It wasn't until the Washington Post brought attention to the promise that White House officials busted their butts to get the check sent. The check is dated October 18. The check has been in the pipeline since the president's initial call with the father. The president has personally followed up several times to ensure that the check was being sent. As stated earlier, the check has been sent, White House spokeswoman Lindsay Walters said last week. It's disgusting that the media is taking something that should be recognized as a generous and sincere gesture, made privately by the president, and using it to advance the media's biased agenda. Share this because the media won't. They are on a mission to make Trump look bad. We need to keep fighting to help our president. Sarah Sanders discovers easy way to humiliate Bob Corker and silence GOP establishment. The establishment will not go easy. They have had it so easy for so long they will not give up without a fight. That is to be expected, but what makes it tragic is their track record is not good. Yet they cling to their failed ideas and actually want to double down on them. But America rejected 40 years of failure and graft and corruption and greed and elected Trump. Not because Trump promised new solutions, they all do that, but because Trump is not from the establishment we believed he would actually follow through on the new solutions. History will judge Trump, not Bob Corker or the rest of the establishment GOP lined up against him. Just as history will judge Bob Corker. But since Trump has been in office for less than a year, it is too soon to make any judgments. But the GOP and Bob Corker and the Dems have clear records. And they are not good. Debt, war, wealth inequality, moving jobs overseas so they can skim off more profit through cheap labor, huge bureaucratic nightmares. The list is endless. But they all come down to one thing, an attack on the American dream so the few can benefit. They have done all they can to kill the golden goose, and because we are smart we said no more and elected, and we did just in time. So when Bob Corker went after Trump saying he should leave foreign policy and North Korea and tax reform to the professionals, Sarah could not keep quiet. She had no choice but to set the devastating record straight. And she did just that on Fox and Friends this morning. She looked into the camera and just took Bob Corker and the arrogant horse he rode in on apart, piece by piece. If Bob Corker is suggesting leaving it to the professionals and he's referring to himself, we've left it to him long enough. This is a president who wants to be aggressive, who wants to take big action, and if Senator Corker doesn't want to be part of that, I think that's sad for his constituents, but we're not going to let that get in the way of us moving forward. Correct. We have left it to the professional politicians for too long and they have made a mess of it. That is why we elected a non-professional politician like Trump. It is as if the establishment hasn't realized Hillary lost and this is all a bad dream for them. It's real, get used to it. Share if you agree. Trump just showed the most incredible love for this Gold Star family that left everyone crying. The media continues to run the fake story about Trump's phone call to a Gold Star widow whose husband was recently killed in combat in Niger. The woman is being used as a pawn, as is her deceased husband, and it's disgusting. They don't run the stories about other condolence calls Trump has made to Gold Star family members. For example, his call to another Gold Star widow, who described a wonderful call from the president, has not been covered at all by the MSM. I'm really hoping true patriots are sharing that story constantly, out of fairness and love for our president. And here's one more. In June, Trump made a call to offer his condolences and gratitude to the family of Army Corporal Dylan Baldridge, after he was killed in Afghanistan in June. During that call, after learning that the family was hurting financially, Trump offered to send them a check for $25,000, of his own money, to lend a hand. Now the MSM is trying to make Trump a villain even from that generous and kind offer. Logically, Trump had to get approval to send a personal check to a military family. He had to make sure it was okay, and it takes time to get that done. We lawyers can be slow. Do you think Trump is a stand-up guy and that the media twists everything he does? Comment yes or no and get this shared, to show our president some love. The Daily Caller.